The first ingredients that you want to have is your cream of tartar and your two large egg whites, and along with your granulated sugar. So you're gonna pour in your 2 large eggs. I have put them into a cup to make it much easier for me to use, and so I don't have to keep breaking them one by one, make things go a lot faster. So you dispose of that, and then you get 1/2 cup of sugar. And for this, you're also going to need a piping bag. Just a sec, guys. So the 1/2 cup that you are going to use is going to be, let me get the right one so I can show you properly. Oh dear. Did that move that drop? Okay. So the one that you're going to need for the 1/2 cup is going to be if you don't have a cup measure, you can always use 4 tablespoons. That's what I'm using today. So this is a 4 tablespoon. This is a tablespoon, if you guys see. So I'm using this 8 times to make one cup, 1/2 cup. And that is the 1/2 cup. That goes for the granulated sugar. So let's go ahead and pour in the sugar. It might be a little bit messy, so you want to make sure you have everything close by and easy to use. And for you, I'll make a lot of a mess. 1, 2, 3, 4. 7, 8. So it's going to get loud when I turn this on. Oh, and make sure everything is locked before you turn it on. That way you won't have any sugar or any eggs go flying or anything like that. So make sure that's locked, and then turn this on medium. I don't know why it's doing that. The bowl is on. I think it just makes that sound. Okay. So what we're going to do next is do cream of tartar. And that one is 1/4 teaspoon. Wait, yeah, teaspoon. So let me go ahead and get started with that. Can you guys see everything very well on there? Okay, there we go. And be very careful not to use a lot of cream of tartar when you're making your meringue cookies, because if you do, it'll mix them up or not make them peak. They won't have their strong peaks. So while that's going, excuse me. So while that's going, I am going to grab my pastry bag and get that ready to go. So when that for one back and start piping. And another thing is that you want to make sure that you have your mat ready to go, that you are going to be using for your meringue cookies. And also you want to make sure you are cleaning up as you go. That way you won't have anything to clean up afterwards. Second, guys. Thank you for joining H33, guys. If you just joined, we are making meringue cookies. So the meringue cookies are going to take a minute to get ready. What I am mixing. And while that's doing that, I am going to go ahead and get everything else ready to go. when you guys are typing your meringue cookies, you want to make sure that you have your stuff ready or on standby. That way you can get to it quickly, so your meringue might get done a lot faster than you think, or faster when you're not paying attention. Keep an eye on the one. So right now, it's not quite there yet. But if you feel that you need to add more sugar, you can. Just do it in moderation. And when you're doing your piping bag, make sure you have a cup to stand your bag up in, so you can get your mixture in better. Like this. Can you guys see? Okay. I'm not opening it up quite yet. So I'm going to turn it off and take a look. Okay. So let me give it a little bit of a taste. You all have to do a taste test to see if it's sweet enough for you. If not, you can put a little bit of sugar in there, a little bit more sugar, to give it a little bit more of a sweetness. For me, I think it's all right. It's ready to go the way it is. But there is a test that I need to do before I take it out. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that test to make sure that it's ready. Just give me a second. Although I feel that it needs to be stirred a little bit more, I'm going to put it back on for a few more on the safe side before I do the test. For a minute. But you don't want to beat it too much because you might make it fall and might not have the proper peaks that it needs to rise. And so, another thing is when you're making your meringue cookies, you want to make sure you have a silicone mat. Can you guys see? And you also want to make sure you have a pan underneath so when you're ready to put it in the oven. Give me just a second, guys. And when you put it in the oven, you're going to have it at 350. And while that's going out, I'm going to turn the oven on to 350. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and turn it off. Lift it up. Take this off. As you can see, it has stiff peaks. So what you want to do is just shake it off like this to get the extra off. Or you can just turn it like so here. And have it go like that, come off that way. Or you can use like a rubber spatula to get it off. Just a second. I did not mean to hit that on there. You can use your spoon or a spatula to get the rest off of the mixer. And if that don't work, just go ahead and put this aside until you get your rubber spatula and you're able to do it. Mm-hmm. So, if you can't get it off with a spoon, if you can't get all of it off, it's all right. There we go. And you're going to need your rubber spatula again, so just set it to the side. Now come for the real test. Let me turn you guys towards me. Can you guys see me? Is that good? Okay. What do you guys see? Okay. So now, what I am going to do, let me get something off my fingers real quick. Get tight up. So now, this is the real test to see if the meringue is if the meringue is fully ready. It's a little hard to turn off to get the thing off the mixer. Okay, so it's ready. So when if it does not fall, that means it's ready to go. It's ready to go into your piping bag. Let me grab my bag that's right here and start piping. So it also, when you put it in the bag, it stays this form. Well, stays stiff, but you have to work fast with it because it starts to sweat. Well, not sweat, but I got one to the sides. Just a second, guys. You want to make sure you put it in nice and slow, too. Not too fast. So what I'm going to do here is set this down. Oh, got some on my arm. And then move that down like this. Like just shake it down a bit. And then squeeze it down. I gotta cut off the bottom, so I'll be right back. So the part that you want to cut off is this right here. Oh, you want to make sure you cut off a little tab right here. And then push it down like so. Don't push it all the way, but push it like that. And then what I like to do, while I have the bag open like this, is scoop the rest and put it in that way. That way it'd be much easier for me to just guide it through. But then again, you can also, but that's just probably gonna make a mess for you guys as well. So yeah, that's gonna make a mess. So what you wanna do, instead of closing it and then pushing, you wanna go like this, and then here. It's going to be a little bit messy, but that's okay. I'm going to grab a napkin real quick. So now, you can open this back up and add the rest in. And yes, you do want to make sure you have a bag, well, not a bag, but paper towel nearby in case you have like a lot of a big mess, because meringue cookies do make a big mess when you are working with them, like so, like you see with my hands here. And then go like this to get the rest in. I'm trying to finish this here so we can get going with the other half here. And if there's nothing else in there, go ahead and put that into the sink. Just give me a minute. This is why you're going to need a spatula for this situation right here, so you don't get your fingers really, really sticky. And then after you're done with that, put that in the sink. And your rubber spatula can go in there as well because you're done with that. Let me wash my hands again because they're very sticky. And let me move this so we can have more room, which I forgot to do before I came on. Alright. Move that there like so. And then move you guys over here. Can you guys see Can you guys see? So what you want to do now, is make sure you have your bag closed. And if some people are thinking it's like marshmallow, yes, it is. You are going to have some spots that are going to try to come up and out as soon as you close the bag. So you want to squeeze it down like so, like this, like I'm doing here. And you might have one of your tools try to push up on you, but it's all right. You just make sure it don't pop out on you when you're using your tool. So it don't have to be neat or perfect. Like that. It can be like that. You can go like this. Or you can make it like a meringue cookie, like a macaron cookie. But I'm not doing a macaron cookie today, so I'm gonna go like this. If you have a macaron mat, it also helps when you're making the meringue cookies to go around in a circle so you can get used to making a macaron shape. So you're gonna go around in a circle, like so. Be very careful because you won't want them to fall over like this. That one just did, that I just worked on. You don't want to make them too big because you want to have enough. And the reason why I'm spreading them out, some of them, is because they expand a little. And that gives them a little bit more room to grow out. Okay. So when you're piping, it's going to go fast. Now this one here I could put in this spot. Okay. So you can do it in any type of order or way that you would like to do it. It doesn't have to be like the way I'm making, how I'm doing it. You can do it your own way. You can do your own shapes and sizes. And your own ideas. Okay. Don't worry if it makes the pop sound. That just means air coming out. And that means my oven is ready. Right on time. So remember how I said you space them out? Sometimes you still have room. And it's not, you still have some meringue left. You can go ahead and do that. And put them onto those areas. Sometimes your piping bag will bust on you, so be prepared for that or a diligent of it. If it pops, it won't mean that you can't use it. You just have to be more careful or bag or something to help you along the way. That one is going to be maybe the last one. This one's going to be really small. And then, oh, nope. Still got some in here I can use, okay. So that one is that. So now I take this to the sink. Pop out my little tool. It's very sticky, so when you're taking them out. So, another thing is, excuse me, I'm losing voice. You also can use like your finger to push some of it that's still in the tip out and use that. But if you don't want to, you don't have to. You can just take it and put it in the sink. And now that I'm done with those, put them on the pan. I'll put them in the oven for about 10 to 15 minutes. And if you guys would like to see, I'll be right, just have them over here. And then go here. Put them in. Timer. So it depends on your oven, how you set your timer. Like my oven is a newer model. Okay, let's see. So let me bring you guys over here with me. So my oven is different, or everybody's oven is different. So it goes here. This is how they look when you go and put them in the oven to get started. I want to set the timer for 10 minutes. Oh, let me hit the timer. 10, 0, 0. Okay, so start. So now it has started. And this is how they look before they come out and when they go in. I will show you the finished product when they come out. Please stay tuned for part 2.